It's Nontendo Podcast time. We're here and we're doing a Mario tier list today.
No, we're not. I am doing a Mario tier list.
I forgot that's how this works.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You have nothing to do with it.
Okay. I mean, I got the computer. I'm putting them down.
I know, and I'm excited for you to place each one of these very carefully and hopefully for you painfully somewhere on the list.
I'm nervous for this, but not in the way that would make sense.
I hate you for this as well, by the way.
What is that?
Because you've been saying for a while that you don't want to do the Mario tier list.
Yes.
Because it's not going to be as good as the Zelda tier list. You said it's not going to be as funny.
It's not going to be as fun.
And I'm not going to want to piss people off. Which is kind of offensive to your friend who does make, I think, interesting, entertaining content. But also, it wasn't supposed to be a piss-off list. That's just what it became when we did it. And that doesn't mean we have to do that again.
Okay.
It's just a tier list.
Then we won't. Okay.
Just a fun little goofy tier list.
But it's not as fun. It's not as fun if it's not as, like,
it
controversial.
Might be. You don't know.
Okay. I'm very interested to see how it goes.
I'll just say it was a very me thing of you to say. Like, I don't want you to...
mean?
I don't think we should do yours. It's just not going to be as good. It's literally what you said.
It's
you didn't want to do it.
Even last week, you were like, you had some issues with the Mario Wonder trailer, and chat didn't like your issues. So you like had a fucking mental breakdown.
I didn't have a mental breakdown.
So like, if chat's like, that shouldn't be in B tier, you're gonna fucking have problems.
I got annoyed with chat because everyone had seen the direct and I hadn't seen it yet.
You're gonna have issues
and
like that
everyone was screaming at me like, "Oh, it's so different." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm watching it."
I'm just expecting you to have those people in the back of your head when you're placing these things.
I'm not. Why not live? I can't see him.
Okay, then let her rip, baby.
But I will say it was a very me thing of you to do.
When you say me thing, it sounds like you're like, it was very asshole-ish and you're calling yourself an asshole. That's what it sounds like.
When we first started the podcast, I felt like there was some back and not so much forth that we talked about, where when you wanted to talk about something that I didn't deem interesting, I tried to steer away from it.
Yeah.
And I feel like since then,
happens.
I've got a lot better.
Okay.
Do you not feel like that?
No, literally last podcast, you were like, why does this thing on here say Bob hasn't played his Switch in a while? What a dumb topic that is.
I made a goof and a gaffe.
Yeah.
But we could talk about it.
We're already arguing. We haven't done the tier list yet.
We constantly talk about dumb handhelds and crap I don't care about because I know you have interest in them.
Bob,
What
is your shirt?
Yeah, what shirt are you wearing?
This is just my shirt.
That's a cool shirt.
What's wrong with it?
Well, for one, you're giving promotion to another podcast.
Oh, should I not be doing that?
Can you just move the... Oh, yeah, okay.
Should I not?
Move? Can you stand up?
No, I think that's good, yeah.
Right like that. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Would?
I didn't think about like how it would be an issue that we're on a podcast giving promotion to another podcast.
So you feel like I still make things all about me all the time?
Not all of them. Well, case in point. We interrupt this special Mario tier list episode to give you an ad from Soylent. Do you even know what Soylent is? Shut up. Don't answer that. I'm a big fan. Let me tell you why I'm a big fan.
Tell me.
I'm a very skinny man.
You are skinny. You are thin.
Some would say emaciated. I don't eat enough meals throughout the day. So I got a Soylent sponsorship on my own channel a couple weeks ago. And what I've been doing was at night when we're doing our little Val sessions, maybe I just had dinner, but I'm still a little hungles. And normally I would just go to sleep. But now I have a little snacky. I have my little Soylent. It's got enough calories.
I was going to say
meal.
You've been getting a lot more aces lately. Is that your secret Popeye spinach?
Now I can't attribute that specifically to Soylent. I don't think that they'd
Legally,
allow
you
that.
probably couldn't.
Yeah. But I'm not saying it's not Soylent.
Yeah. I do see possible connections, in my opinion.
Here's another example. Hannah just had dinner. But I had a late lunch. I'm getting a little hungry. So now I got to wait till she wants to eat again. No, not now. I'm going to crack open a Soylent.
That harlot. Well,
There's a
thank
perfect
God.
time for that.
Thank God you have something to fall back on in this relationship. Soylent.
That's what I'm saying. In today's fast-paced world, finding time to eat a balanced meal can be a challenge. Stress, work, and life's demands can often leave us neglecting our nutritional needs. That's where Soylent comes in. Soylent is the world's most perfect food.
Oh, that's a big claim.
That's a big claim. There's people in it. That's a joke they make. They make the joke.
There's people in it?
There's people in it. There's a movie called Soylent Green, and in the movie, there's people in it.
Right, okay.
And that's what they decided to call their drink.
Okay. Now, I haven't got any because it was a business sponsor, and it got sent to your house.
Oh,
so
yeah.
maybe I would love to try it next time.
I'll bring some.
Well, hey, maybe I'll use that link in the description and be one of the first 500 people to click the link and use code Nontendo30 to get 30% off my first subscription with Soylent.
Soylent offers a perfect synergy of macro and micronutrients backed by science. They got science behind them. Every ingredient in their formula has been validated through clinical research to work in synergy with each other and for your health. It's for your health. Mm-hmm. All of their drinks are vegan, nut, oat, dairy, and gluten-free. Soylent believes that good nutrition is a right, not a luxury, with products ranging in price from just $2 to $4 a serving. Wow, can't believe it. I'm having banana right now.
Okay. Is that possibly your favorite flavor?
It's very, very good. I don't know what my favorite one is. I like the vanilla one. Okay. That wasn't in the fridge, though. I already had that one.
I'm a little jealous. And if you guys watching or listening at home are also jealous, you know what to do with that link down below. My dog is being such a ham right now. She is just literally pouring for my attention.
That's a big ham. Code Nontendo30. Get 30% off your first subscription.
You want to get back to the best Mario tier list of all time?
Oh, of course.
Dude, I was like, I don't know if you caught me. I was like, half the time, like, what the hell's going on?
The minute I saw Sonic making out with Shadow, I knew what shirt it was instantly. It's a great shirt.
Celia sent this shirt to me. No. And I was like, wait, I actually wanted that shirt. Because I think we looked it up when we were trying to get you a messed up shirt.
I'm going to buy that shirt too.
So we did Mario Only Up stream.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And you were in last place, so that means you have to get a fun shirt. Or Bingle has to pick. Fried Biscuits has to pick a shirt.
He picked a shirt. He didn't want to wear it.
No, I have no problem wearing the shirt. It's the problem of getting the shirt because it's like some shady, sketchy.
Like an alt-right.
It's like some fucked up website, and I'm like, brother. You can get Sonic and Shadow making out on Amazon. But
the problem with that is I'm wearing it willingly.
Right, right.
Like you chose to wear it.
There's literally like Capri bought me pants that said "Rub my lamp for a magic wish," and the lamp is literally on your crotch on these bathing suits. So there's insane things that you can buy like on Amazon where it's easy to get it shipped to, and your card isn't going to get stolen. But he sent me to like a .co website or some shit. It was insane.
I wanted to make you a shirt, but nobody wanted that.
Kim is making shirts right now. What do you need?
Oh my God. Something with his face on it. And maybe, I don't know, Trump 2024.
Wow.
Okay.
We're going back, baby.
We're going back, baby. Roll back the clock.
It's not even that bad.
We are 2 seconds into this episode. We're already taking a little snack break. Was there anything else you want to talk about before we jump into the Mario tier list?
Me.
He's still on this shit.
So I want to do it in chronological order like we did for Zelda.
Okay. I'll do my best.
That's what I'll say is I'm a real ass gamer. So I'm pretty sure
not one of these no Zelda playing.
Not one of these
pussies.
I've played 2 Zeldas, so all the bad ones are probably pretty good and all the good ones suck. Mm-hmm. I have probably played almost all of these Mario games. That said...
That's all right. Now it's fun. Mine was more fun.
I need to you guys...
That said, platformers are not my favorite, and I don't like Mario that much.
Whoa!
So, I'm sorry if this list isn't as fun as Bob's. Maybe in the future we'll have episodes that have only Bob, because that'll be the most fun. Because God forbid I get my turn.
We do have episodes like that. It's called the Wolf Den Podcast.
There's
every
also-
Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
There's also
Bob too, Will.
Yeah.
an intense amount of pressure on me now to be hysterical throughout the whole episode.
Yeah, be funny, haha. This is all super games. So there's no like wacky wild ones. There's no Mario versus or Mario, the original Mario Brothers. It's just super.
I also don't passionately hate Mario the way that you passionately hate Zelda. So inherently,
passionately
if
hate
that's
Zelda.
what made the last episode
I
so good,
kind of
it just
passionately hate
isn't going
Ocarina
to
of
get
Time.
as good.
Or at least you admit that this isn't as good as my episode. So Super Mario Brothers, that's the first one. Also, just a little tip, just a little note. I don't want this to sway your opinion too much.
Oh, it
my
won't.
favorite game of all time.
Okay. F. No, I'm kidding. I actually really like the first Mario. It was one of my first video games I ever had and played. I've told this story a bunch, but I grew up with an NES in my house. We didn't have many games, and that was one. And I love it. And I still love it. And if I had to play a Mario right now, if you have to play a Mario game right now, I'd probably just say that one because it's quick and easy.
I thought you did not like this game.
No,
I thought
I
you
like
thought it was floaty and weird.
No, I like it.
Was that you? That might have been you.
What's the
Yeah, I don't care for it.
What's the tier list?
So this tier list says perfect, excellent, good, okay, bad.
Can we change?
Can we change that? Yeah. Can we just do?
S, A, B, C, F.
Yeah. Okay. A.
Okay. That's so far pretty reasonable.
How many games are there roughly? Does it look like
50.
Oh,
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
that ice cream was good?
For some reason, there are 2 Super Mario Bros. 2s on here.
Okay.
Let's start with the original, The Lost Levels. That is the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2.
really hard ones.
Yeah. So
I don't like those.
That didn't make it to America because they thought they were too hard for Americans.
Yeah, they
you know
are.
what? The levels are too hard for
Yeah,
Americans.
they're too hard. I don't like them. Dumb. D.
Is that F? That's kind of F. It's C
There's
or
no-
F.
We can add a D.
Oh, it's not F. I gotta reserve that for 64.
That'll cause problems.
I want D.
It's going C then.
Just
It's going
add-
C. You can
just
put it at
add
the
a
end of
layer,
C.
add a
You can
column.
put it at the end of C.
You had so many more to flexibility rooms. You had a D.
Yeah, okay. It's
Insert
too
a
bad.
column under.
I don't want to. It'll break
He hates that I'm doing this so much
Why would it
It'll
break
just-
anything?
that he's not even willing to give me a tier.
It's gonna. It. I have to zoom out when I do that.
You wanted to have the list. Do the list. I want D.
Just zoom out.
Like, this isn't a hard problem. We can get you with a D. We can get you the D, brother.
I want the D. If anyone could provide me the D, I'd really appreciate it.
Give me a minute.
Just out of curiosity, how big do you think the D should be?
I feel like a lot of things are gonna go here, so it should probably be pretty big.
Okay.
I made a row that's just called D. Oh wait, I screwed it up.
Good D. New.
I screwed it up.
D, baby, D. It's not F. Sure, they're fine if you get good.
D. There you go. All right. I mean, the Lost Levels I think is fine. It is too hard, and there's a lot of stuff that is just difficult in the wrong ways. Like there's just a giant gap that is like impossible to get over unless you know like the secret.
Right.
And then there's poison mushrooms that like the whole first game taught you mushrooms are good, and then all of a sudden, no, they're not. So I do think this game is pretty dumb.
Okay, we agree.
I like it.
I feel like we're gonna agree for most of today.
Okay. What's next? Oh, the American Super Mario Bros. 2. This might be a problem.
Well, this is good.
Okay.
This is a good game.
I don't like it. It's all right.
You have
But
magic doors that you can go through to a surreal, otherworldly environment. You can play as Peach now, and she floats. And I always played as Peach because it was a little bit easier.
This did a lot for the Mario franchise because of that, because of selecting characters and made Luigi float and stuff.
You're right. It's also A.
Hey, okay. That's kind of high.
Yeah. It's a good game.
Behind the original?
Yes.
Okay. So I actually first played this game on the...
Did you know it was originally Doki Doki Panic?
Oh my God. I did. I originally played this game on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh.
That was my first time playing it.
Yeah,
What a guy.
No, I'm right there with you.
But I didn't have
I'm
it
not.
for NES. I had the I had Super Mario Brothers, and then I had Super Mario Bros. 3. I skipped this completely.
I had what was the game? The Gallery game for Super Nintendo, and that was on there.
I didn't have
along
Super Nintendo.
with Lost Levels.
So I was averse to this because it's not Mario. It's a completely different game. It is
called All Stars.
Yes. Thank you. This is Doki Doki Panic, so it's not a Mario game. So I was averse to it at first, but playing it on Game Boy Advance is fine.
Wouldn't matter anyway. It's my list. Next.
I'm trying to extend the time.
I like that Wood is pulling out all the quotes that Bob said during his episode.
He's talking a lot for my list. I didn't get to say nothing.
Super Mario 3.
Mario 3 is why I wanted to not put one in S, because Mario 3 is the best Mario game of all time. And that is an S.
Okay, it's an S.
So I don't think I really even need to explain it, but if we want to pad some time, I'll try.
Bob, did you unplug it again? What are you doing, man?
Oh, I'm not doing that, man. I'm moving it and it's like coming out. Just slide. It wants to slide out.
Yucky.
Just to get back in, you know?
It's the D tier.
That's the detail. Mario 3, it had the colors, it had the characters, it had the pizzazz. You could play as Luigi, which you couldn't do in the first one.
No. Yeah, well, you could if you were playing multiplayer.
No. It was just more fun. I like the levels a lot more. There was more variation in all of it. It's more exciting. And you get the flutes. And I think it was also more cool because I really liked the movie The Wizard. Not The Wiz.
Okay. We might be out of order now, but Super Mario Land. Remember that one?
No, I didn't care for it. I didn't have I didn't have a did I even have a Game Boy? I think so. I had an SP. I don't know what I had before that. Can't remember. Don't know. Don't care. 3D Land's good.
Can you just put Super Mario Land in a
Well, I haven't played
place
it.
on the list?
I haven't played it, but 3D Land I have played. That was good, but the 3D made it good, and that doesn't sound like this has 3D.
No, this is not the same at all. This is very
so
different.
it's probably a C.
C?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it had 3D, it'd probably be an A.
Would you like to hear what I think of Super Mario Land?
Not really, but you can. You're here.
No, you know what? Forget it.
No, Bob, tell
No,
us.
it's fine. Super Mario Land 2. Have you played that one?
No, tell me.
Come on.
I don't like Super Mario Land because it's it's like such an offshoot from Mario. It's like it got the sprites from the first game at a time when they were already moving on from that.
Put it in F. I didn't know about that.
It's all weird and wacky. There's shmup levels.
Put it
where you're
in
like
D.
flying around.
Put it
You
in
like
D.
shmups,
Bring it
so
up
it's
a
on
little
the Super
bit.
Channel name.
I kind of like that.
And it's got weird like pyramid stuff. It's weird. It's
I
a
like
very
Egypt.
strange. It looks like a dream Mario game.
That's where
put it-
Daisy was introduced,
Put
right?
it back in C. I liked it. I liked it
think
in
so.
C.
I think you're right.
C was good for
it's
that
in
one.
C. It's sitting in C.
Okay.
It's okay. What about Super Mario Land 2?
Oh, much better.
Have you played it?
No.
Okay. It is much better though.
Put it in C. But behind the other one.
Behind.
You know it was much better.
Okay. That's where it
Because
is.
2 is just one step closer to 3, which is 3D, and they didn't go all the way.
Super Mario Land 2 is good. It's much better than the first one, but there's some weird stuff where like you need to get certain coins and shit gets weird and like the physics are weird and it's not as good as a regular Mario game. But it's good. It's good for a Game Boy game. So right now it's in C behind Mario Land. You want
Yes.
it there? Okay. That's weird, but whatever. Where are we now? Are we on Super Mario World already? Yeah.
Is that's the one with Yoshi, right?
Yeah. And you get the cape and it's on Super Nintendo.
This
And I
is
used to
the
play it
one.
at Sears all the time.
This is the game that Kim messaged me about as her icebreaker when she first ever messaged me. And then we ended up getting married, and I like her a lot now. So
So because of that,
because of that, I'm going to say all the way S, above Mario 3.
whoa.
I've tried to play it because of the lineage.
Tried to play.
I've tried to play it due to the lineage it has in my relationship in my life. It's a game.
Wow.
Yoshi's annoying. I'm not a big fan of Yoshi.
So why is it an S?
Because I love Kim.
Yeah.
Okay. But you don't like the game.
Yeah, but if I put it any lower, I'm gonna upset my wife.
So you like the idea of the game more than the game itself. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually really cute and really sweet.
Oh, thank you. Kim.
Yoshi's annoying. Why?
He's just always there.
He's not though.
No.
Is that the one with the babe? He just spat everywhere. Where like the babies, and then
No. And
then they pop,
interestingly,
and then you have to go get them.
that is not on this list.
No, that's Yoshi. That's
Oh,
Well, that is Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, which should kind of be on this list.
that might be the one that
Telling you
Kim
guys,
messaged me
that's
about.
not a Mario game. That's a Yoshi game.
It's called Super Mario Brothers 2. No, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
That might be the one Kim messaged me about. Actually, put that one in S.
That
And
one's
then-
not here.
Well then,
that's weird.
You know, we
That's
have two Super Mario Brothers 2 for some reason.
Yeah,
I'll
put it
put
there.
that
There you
one
go.
in S.
okay,
There you go.
I don't
pretend
want.
like that.
Then
is-
take that other stinker out of S.
Okay.
Just bring him down to C.
Super Mario. Where in C?
No,
Top
in
or
B.
bottom?
I haven't done a B yet.
That's
Okay,
the
we're doing
game
big.
that Kim messaged you about with the baby
Yoshi's
Mario?
Island.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you remember
Sure.
what she messaged about? 'Cause we
Yoshi.
can tell you.
It was Yoshi related.
Well, Yoshi's in Super Mario World. That's where he came from.
No, it was 2. It was Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
So it's like the cartoony, like the.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want to make sure that you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the little baby guys.
Yes, okay.
And you have to go get. I hate that
The bubble.
Yeah, no,
I hate
that's that. I get that. But you put that in S tier because
Yeah.
of your wife. Okay.
because of Kim.
Just making sure. So what? Talk to me about Super Mario World. Why
I don't
is
think
that
I
B?
even. I don't even know what that is.
That's the one with
It's
the
a
cape.
Super Nintendo game with the cape
I don't think I've played
and
it.
the worlds. Super Mario World.
I legit don't think I played that one.
Okay. It's great. Tell you what, it's a lot of people's favorite Mario game.
Better than 3?
That's the big argument is whether or not it's better than 3.
I doubt it.
So do you want to hear my opinion? There's this, I'm going to tell you anyway, there's a special place in my heart for Mario 3 because I grew up with that. I did not have a Super Nintendo, but I do think that Super Mario World is an overall better game.
Okay. Did I rate it higher?
Nope. You put 3 in A. No, you put 3 in S and you put World in B.
Sounds right.
What are you just trying to hurt Bob right now with this list? No, okay.
I haven't played it. I can
Okay.
I put it like middle of the
Fair.
pack.
Fair.
Maybe if I play it, it'll get bumped up.
I'm surprised you don't even know about like what.
I don't think I
You
have
can't
a
even
mental.
picture it in your head.
I don't think I can. I thought it was the baby
That's
one.
crazy.
The only way I remember this game is because it was the only game that was on like the hotel television video game consoles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's just how I remember the game.
I played those first 3 growing up. I had them all, and like I liked them. They were the best games on the NES. But like I didn't love them. I didn't have much else. I liked those and Maniac Mansion, and I probably liked Maniac Mansion more than the 3 Marios. They were just there, and I liked them.
I think we're already on Mario 64. So get ready to
Mario RPG's not
piss
on
more
here?
people off. No, I wouldn't count that.
But that's a
Is it on
super
the list
game,
though?
No, it's not. Well, it's not.
Because that would be S.
It's not on.
Just so
it's
we
not
know.
on here, and I don't think it should be. It's not like a mainline
I
Mario
know,
game.
but whatever.
It's a complete
guess.
like.
I would
offshoot.
put that S.
Well, that's too bad. And you know what? I haven't played that game.
Are you gonna play the remake?
I am. Yeah, I'll play that.
I love that game.
That's a perfect thing for me
Yeah.
because I've been wanting to play that game, and the remake will give me a great opportunity to play
It
that.
looks all cute.
And it looks all cute.
Mario 64.
Great game. We can all agree.
I never played it back in the day, and then I tried to play it when I first moved to the States. I remember was one of the first times I tried to play it. So in the last decade, I didn't realize. How do I say this? I never realized it was like a tech demo-y kind of game, but it makes sense because it was like the first N64 game. But like it's all in the castle, but then you have to like go into pictures to play little mini games, which
What?
to get like coins and stuff, and then come back. Like
I
coins
know
and
it, I know what you're
stars.
saying.
It wasn't like
That's just like a gross
It
oversimplification.
was. You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like Starfield,
Okay.
where like you don't really go and have a fun adventure and go somewhere. You're stuck in a castle the whole time, just teleporting to areas and playing little mini games and then coming back. And like, oh yeah, I did it. I
The
got
way
some
you
stars.
say little mini games. That is
like you gotta like race
crazy.
down a slope with a penguin and then like catch coins on the way down.
Well, it's all
or
centralized.
You gotta get to the top of a little grass knoll to like kill a bomb.
Yeah. There's like little worlds and you do like a mission in the little worlds.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little mini games. It's like little baby Mario adventures packed all inside a bigger adventure. Kind of like Sunshine,
like a video game.
But before they were able to do like big, more expansive, funner levels like in Sunshine.
So what's different about it in Sunshine versus in
Sunshine just has bigger
64?
areas to explore. I still don't like that. I still don't like that you just
I
have
think
to
they just look
teleport
nicer.
to go somewhere else.
They're
It's
like
not
a
a
little
painting. It's a portal.
It
The
is a
painting
painting.
thing's
It's-
been
it's
done.
worse than a painting.
It
It's
was in
graffiti.
Link Between Worlds. We dived into paintings and into walls and stuff. So it's been done.
It's been done in
been
Link Between
done.
Worlds.
I just want to make sure
it was there
that
first.
came out in 2016. And
Also, the controls are horrible, which you have to admit.
The camera. Is
The
horrible.
camera is horrible.
That's
the
all
controls
I'm
are
willing
rough.
to say.
Yoshi's on top of the castle.
Okay, that's a spoiler. For 120 stars.
it's a 30-year-old.
That was the
Looks
big
bad.
like schoolyard thing. Like if you go to the top of the castle, Yoshi's there. You're like, no, it's not. Shut up, Tom. Tom always lies. And then you get 120 stars. Like, oh shit, it's Yoshi.
It's because of that lie I believe that Sonic and Tails were in Melee.
Oh shit.
The same kid told me that.
Oh my god.
So for me, it's really like I played Ocarina growing up, which was this big open adventure with all these connected worlds. And I'd always heard about Mario 64, and it was, in my mind, going to be the Mario version of Zelda. And then I finally played it, and it was all disjointed. Every area was completely different, and you had to like warp in and do the slope stuff and get coins, and it just it didn't gel with me. It was like it wasn't cohesive.
I had the
It
complete
was disjointed.
opposite experience where
But you played it in the time too.
yeah, I did play Ocarina in the time, and it was
Oh, I
like,
meant Mario 64 in the time. Mario 64.
No, I played Ocarina in the time too, and I was like, I just can't vibe
Mario
with this.
64 is like the first ever 3D platformer. Of course, it's going to be bad.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Like
That's a,
they're not gonna knock it out the park the first time.
the camera is bad, and it makes it hard to go back to or to recommend to new
Camera's
people.
bad, story's bad.
This is a game that they really should have.
Cohesively bad.
Okay, that all is crazy. they should have changed a little bit when they re-released it.
It is
in
the
collection.
worst 3D Mario. That is true. I mean, because you look at Mario 64, Sunshine, Odyssey, Galaxies,
When was the last time you played Sunshine?
when it came to Switch. And then I tried Crowd Control. That was a nightmare.
Did you play 64 also? Did you play 64 at that time also?
Oh, yeah. No, not really. I loaded it up to get some footage, but
Okay. I used to defend Mario Sunshine a lot, and then I
will
replayed it, and I was like, "This is actually pretty." Bad.
I don't want to skip too far ahead. I actually agree with that. I used to defend Sunshine a lot and talk about how good it was. It's not that good.
Yeah, it's not that
But,
good.
and because I went back, because I played Sunshine in the time, and I'm going back now and playing it, I hate it for the same reason I hate Mario 64. Because you have to like teleport to like areas and do little dumb mini games and come back.
The dumb mini games are the fun part.
it's the whole game.
It's the
But they're
whole game.
not. It's all disjointed little mini games. You do one and then you go
It's a
somewhere else,
mission in a-
and
in
you
a
never have to
world.
do that again. It's just like a dumb little thing you did one time.
That's all Odyssey is too. You can just do them all at once instead of.
I
doing
like
one at a
Odyssey
time.
though.
So why is that better?
The worlds were bigger and they had more character and more pizzazz and everything was different and cute. You could be a dinosaur. You like become all
This
these
is on
different
the
creatures.
N64.
Do you think it's what 3D Mario do you think is worse than Mario 64 in all seriousness?
Might be Sunshine.
Yeah, might be Sunshine. I'll give you it might be Sunshine. It's still the worst one though.
I'm not like I love Mario 64, but I know that it's got flaws out the wazoo.
I think it's aged terribly.
So is Ocarina. I'm not going to say.
But Ocarina has not aged terribly.
No, it has.
It has not.
Absolutely has. Yes.
Every game 25 years ago has aged horribly.
What about Ocarina has aged bad? I don't get it.
The revolutionary
camera.
thing in Ocarina was the Z
The camera.
targeting,
Targeting.
and that sucks.
I like the Z targeting. The camera's better in Ocarina than Mario.
The camera you can't really control in Ocarina.
Yeah, it's all top down.
He said camera.
The Z.
What?
Z.
He said camera. He said the camera was bad.
Yeah, and I said you can't really control it in
That's what
Zelda
I'm saying. It's better.
because you can't control it.
Yeah, it's just there.
Just don't touch the buttons
And
then
you can-
in Mario.
And you can Z target.
Yeah, but the Z targeting sucks.
But it's kind of cool.
No, it's not.
What tier?
Yeah, pick a tier.
What's the lowest one?
bad, which is the F. We're calling it F.
It
I
is
should
the
change name.
worst 3D Mario, so it has to be an F because we can only go up from
I
there.
don't like it, but I'm just putting them down.
I mean, that's like putting Wii Sports in an F. Well, Wii Sports is pretty good. It's just a bunch of mini games.
It's crazy to me that you're distilling Mario to be just a bunch of mini games when Sunshine is the same, when Odyssey is
But
the same.
64 is so much smaller in size, so everything
it's an
feels.
N64 game.
I know, so it just feels like a bunch of mini games, just like WarioWare, but like Mario.
But it's like you're like in a you like go into a world to do a mission.
Yeah, a mission. What's
Like
the mission? What's the mission every time? Get a star.
Yeah,
But that's
but
the
you have to
same-
do a wacky thing to get it.
That'd be like if every mission in Starfield was like, get the folder.
Well, so far, kind of is what
Yeah,
that is.
true.
All right, well, the next one's Sunshine, so we can bang that one out too.
S. No.
I almost did that.
Sunshine.
S for Sunshine. Yeah, it kind of sucks I played it recently because I probably would put it somewhere like an A. I still think it's leagues better than 64 and has much better controls.
I used to think
flood
that
helps.
too, but I think that the controls are also a little janky. It's the camera that works.
They're janky, but they're better. The camera works, and then Flood gives you a lot more flexibility to like maneuver around. And if you mess up a jump, you can kind of save yourself with Flood, which I like.
But he's a little jank too.
He is a little jank, but I think it all comes together a little better. It actually has a story.
Okay.
It's not a great one, but it has one.
Okay.
Did Mario 64 not have a story?
No, Peach gives you a letter.
He's
She's
just
like,
making a cake.
she's like, I'm making a
story.
cake.
Come get this cake.
Come get the cake.
And
Yeah,
Mario's like, I want to get the cake.
I can't stress enough.
It's a big shot.
When I play a game, I like narrative. I like going on an adventure. I like a story, and it's not enough to be like, here's a cake. Come get it. I never even got the
You've
cake.
never gone leaps and bounds for a girl's cake before. Travel the worlds and the seven seas.
It's a little different. It's a little different.
So I was on the same page about defending Sunshine, but something about the level design and the missions, the mini games, I didn't like them as much as most of the ones in 64.
Do you feel like I haven't played much Mario 64 because it sucks. Do you feel like you revisit the Sunshine levels a lot more than you revisit the Mario 64 levels, or was it about the same? Because I felt like I was always going back to the same areas in that game.
In 64?
In Sunshine. Like again and again and again and again. And
I
again.
don't know. I don't know, to be honest with you.
I believe in order to beat Sunshine, you need every shine sprite from every level.
No.
From every main level.
That doesn't sound right.
You need 8 stars. You need to beat Bowser Jr., which appears at star.
You need a
at
lot
Shine
more
8.
than you.
Yes.
You need a lot.
All is to say, you need a larger requirement than you need in 64. So while 64 has a bunch of variety, Sunshine, you have to do the same exact 5 or 7 levels, which is smaller than Mario 64.
I actually think it feels like you need to do a lot more in Sunshine, but you need traditionally in Mario 64, I think you need 70 stars.
You need 70 stars.
So that's
but
still
I think,
a lot.
I think there's a lot more worlds in 64. In my head, there are anyway.
No, I know what you mean. I feel
Yeah.
the same way. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are 15 stages in Mario 64.
Feels like more.
And you
I
need
feel like there should be
70.
more.
Stars
And
to
then
get to the end,
probably 3 Bowser stages. on
Yeah,
top
and
of
3
that.
Bowser stages.
There
yeah.
are 9 levels in Mario Sunshine.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just a quick Google. I might be wrong, but that's just what Google said.
Just a
off-
guesstimate.
off a rip.
We'll
call it a guesstimate.
Because you're on the island.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I also think that goes into, again, the Mario 64 ones are much smaller, and then the Sunshine ones are much larger, which...
I think they just feel.
No, they're much larger. You can go like deep into some of those levels.
Okay.
Some are small, some are big, some are medium, and some get the D.
Oh. I didn't know what you were doing there.
That's some wordplay.
Is it better or worse than the Lost levels?
I'd actually give it a C.
Okay, you just wanted the pun.
Yeah, I'd give it a C for the
Above or below the
for the C
Game Boy
that you
games?
play next to.
Above or below the Game Boy games?
Oh, above.
Oh yeah.
I actually like Sunshine, but it is very, very repetitive, which is my biggest problem with it. But there's a lot less mini games.
I get that. I feel that.
I don't remember one time sliding down anything, which was nice.
What came first, Galaxy or New Super Mario Brothers? I think
Galaxy.
Really?
Yeah, Galaxy was a launch.
We could go ahead and knock out all of the new Super Mario Brothers right now if you want.
No, we got to go through them one at a time.
Okay.
Maybe. Let's do Galaxy. Galaxy's good. I actually didn't play
Galaxy's
it when it came
good.
out.
I like Galaxy a lot.
I played it on the collection.
What collection?
The
Switch
The
collection?
same collection you
Really?
played on.
Yeah, I didn't play it when it came out.
I finished it on the Switch collection for the first time. I played it back in the day, but I never finished it. I really like it.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's very good.
I have like, for some reason, I can't even remember it, but I just finished it recently. But
This was a 10 out of 10 IGN.
yeah, it was really good. It was a lot of planets.
Okay. It's like,
Oh.
some would argue it's like Starfield.
Yeah.
But you can actually travel to the.
You know what?
True.
You know what?
You see a planet, you
jump.
can go to it.
You actually can. You know what I really like about that game? The gravity. And I like when there's like two planets next to each other and you can jump from one and then enter the gravity of the other and then go to the other one.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little.
Yeah, and then there's like
gimmick
the
they had.
flying segments where you actually fly and it's not a loading screen and you can like use the Wiimote to like touch things in the sky. Creative levels. It was all very planety. Wasn't really a changing theme at any point, but I would put that at an A, I think.
Okay.
Put that at an A. I like that one.
Above or below the NES games?
That is actually hard. What NES games are there?
The original and Super Mario Brothers 2. The American one.
Was above 2.
Okay.
That's actually really hard. Can we
They're
tie them?
completely different games.
I know.
Well, I can't put them on top of each other, so you will have to. One will have to be in front of another one.
The first one's a classic.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
Yeah. It's what you feel in your heart you like more.
Leave the first one first.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with that. I guess we'll move on to New Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
This is the DS one.
Okay.
This was the first New Super Mario Brothers. So at the time, this was a unique game.
No, I hated it.
You didn't like it?
It was literally the older games with a fresh coat of paint. I didn't feel like it was any different.
Yeah, but the older games
improved.
are sick.
Yeah, but we have the older games. This
It was so long since we got another 2D game until this
But
one.
it was the same thing. This was the first step of me getting really burned out on these games because
Are you sure it was this one?
no,
And not when
actually,
they did this one
it was
four more times.
It was whatever. To be even more honest, I'm probably being harsher on this one now, knowing what happened later. It was whatever one had all the coins.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
That one.
That's
I was
what
like,
that's what we're talking about.
I was like, that's it. I'm done. This is. But even retrospectively, the first one, I don't remember it being very rememberable. Rememberable? Did I say that
The
right?
problem
Memorable.
again, the
Memorable.
problem is they all blur together.
Yeah.
They all blur together, but also even at the time, I was
And they do
thinking,
get worse.
This is literally the same. It's the same. It's just the same with this fresh coat of paint. Which I didn't play All Stars because that was I looked. I was like, oh, I want new Mario. What is this? Oh, it's the same games just with a fresh coat of paint. I don't care.
Well, All Stars, yeah, that's just literally the same thing. This is a
to me-
new game.
But is it?
Yeah, the whole new levels and everything. And the physics are different.
But a
and there's
Mario
new,
level is a Mario level. There's a pipe over here. There's a couple of bricks over here. You smash and get a power up, and then you get to the end.
There is a formula. So much so that they made games where you can make your own
I know.
with that formula.
It was very easy to make your own because you kind of know what a Mario level is. And like, I get it. It is new and technically the levels are different, but like you get the same feeling by playing them. It's like, sure, in these games, I jump, smash a Goomba head, get a power up, jump. In this game, I smash a Goomba, jump, get a power up, then double jump.
Well, there's new power-ups and stuff, new level designs,
But it'll
new
get you
wacky
from A
things
to
that
B.
happen.
It's all a way to just get you from the left side of the screen to the right side of the screen.
Yeah, in a new fun way.
How much more fun? Name a power up.
So much, the big one, because that's what's on the cover.
So you just go big,
Yeah, you
and
go
then you
big.
run. So no skill, and it's just like a bullet bill in Super Mario. I'm not even kidding. Whatever jokes aside, I thought that was dumb. I actually thought that was really dumb because it's no skill. You're not platforming. You're not adding anything. You're just smashing through the level.
Does this have the ice flower?
No, I believe that was Wii, but this one introduced the mini mushroom.
You go a little tiny.
You go a little tiny. And thanks to that.
What about the
Isn't
turtle?
that cute?
Oh, and turtle shell,
blue
the
turtle
blue
shell.
turtle shell.
Blue turtle shell Mario.
we're going to be starting to ride a constant 2D wave of 2D.
Whoa.
Just so you know.
Holy
I hate
shit.
all of these games.
Above or below Lost Levels?
Below.
Okay. This is the first new Super Mario Bros.
I have a vendetta against these games.
I understand that, but again, this was the first one. The only reason why I don't like these games is because they made the same thing over and over and
It's
over
the
again.
first one, but even at the time, it was nothing special. The big
thought it was
thing,
special.
the big thing was that you could go big, but you're not even platforming at that point.
So
I was already looking for more of a game, more of a challenge, especially after being burnt out on the mini games of 64. I just wanted something fun.
Oh my god.
The big deal to me here was that we didn't see a 2D Mario game for a really long time. I think the last one
But that
was
doesn't
kind
make
of
up
Super
for
Mario
it.
World.
Doesn't make up for it. That's like not
Well,
seeing
because
a
you're
2D
saying it's
game,
the same thing over and over again, but we didn't have that same thing for a really long
but
time.
it's still the same thing, even if it's
It's
been a
not
long
really.
time.
It's the same thing. The next couple of games that we'll talk about become the same thing. It gets drawn
I
out.
get what you're saying, but I still think this is essentially, and the ones that follow are all just 1 and 3 again, but with a fresh coat of paint.
We're going to pocket the new series in favor of Super Mario Galaxy 2. Remember that one?
I do. I never played it back in the day, and I don't know did someone just, those your fingers? I thought you just farted.
That sounded like a...
It sounded exactly like a fart. I don't know if I've played that.
So I didn't play the original Super Mario Galaxy when it came out. I played it on the collection on the Switch. Super Mario Galaxy 2, I think I did play. And I don't think I had a Wii. I didn't have this game, but IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. And I was like, how can both Mario Galaxies be a 10 out of 10? This looks like the same shit.
It does look exactly the same.
And then I played it and I was like, this is awesome.
Is it like way better? Is it like the Tears of the Kingdom to the Breath of the Wild?
It had more powers. It didn't have the B. And it also had the.
You know what?
I played them so far away from each other. I can't.
I might be. This might be a me thing, but adding a power up into a game I've already played,
I'm not
where
saying
the game
that's
itself hasn't changed. I know, but there seems to be a common theme of like, yeah, it's the same game, but in this game you have this power up. But like,
Yoshi was also in 2.
just add that.
They added Yoshi.
Just give me
They added
DLC
Yoshi.
at that point. Like it's the same. I don't care if I'm a B now.
Well,
That wasn't a thing for the Wii.
the thing with
I know.
the thing with Mario is there's a way that you play the game, and then when you add a power up, it changes the way you play the game.
But does it?
Yeah, similar to how in Zelda you give a new item that changes the way that you play the game.
But does it? Because all the power ups kind of do the same thing.
There's a lot that are similar, like the fire flower and the ice flower, but no, they all do different things. Like in this new game, the bubble flower in Super Mario Wonder, you can use it as a platform, and now you can go up
Okay,
really high.
that's different though,
You know?
because Wonder actually looks good, and I've admitted that.
But it's a
Okay.
2D.
So there was a big
Yes,
distinction.
but we had this whole conversation. Wonder is actually finally making the changes that I've wanted, where a lot of the abilities are actually reflecting how you play the game. Like there's one where you can grind underground, but also grind on the ceilings, and there's like vertical parts and jumping on the bubbles, like all
yeah,
of
there's
that.
Perspective to the 2D.
Yes,
There's a lot of that throughout all of the 2D games. Wonder just has a bigger shock of new stuff. But all that stuff is kind of sprinkled around these other 2D games.
yeah, we need to be showered in it.
They
moving
were a
forward.
lot more sparse in the.
I want to be
new
a
series.
torrential rain downpour of it moving forward.
Jackson wants.
I was just gonna say Galaxy 2. The big difference there between Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Galaxy 1 was a lot more traditional 3D Mario level selector. You go into a painting, you talk to someone, you get transported to a level with 8 mini games. In Galaxy 2, it was a level selector, much like 3D World or Mario 3, and that's how you got into the world. And there was a 3D mini game, as Wood would call it. But the platforming was a lot different, and it was a very more refined game than Mario Galaxy, in my opinion.
Where you put
Where did I put Mario Galaxy 1?
middle of A tier.
Did it have more or less mini games?
I mean,
Answer
the
the
whole
question.
thing's mini games, according to you.
I would say comparable.
But there was less paintings to jump through?
There are no paintings to jump through. There's no transporting.
There
I
was-
don't
there
remember
was a
paintings
map. It's
in Galaxy.
no,
it was
no,
similar to
I
paintings.
was-
It wasn't.
There
really
was paintings in Galaxy?
No,
It
so
was
in
like
Galaxy-
there's like a castle-esque thing.
How big were the paintings?
There's not really.
Oh, there was a
paintings.
castle?
No, it's like the castle, but you go
like
into
a
a
hub
room.
world.
Yeah, a hub world. You go into a room and then you go to the planet from there.
So they were more like posters.
You talked to a guy, and the guy gave you the power to rocket yourself onto the galaxy.
There was a
There
guy?
you go. There was the little Luma guy.
How old was the guy?
He's a Luma. He's probably 7,000 years old.
Okay.
70 million.
It sounds pretty good. Let's put it in S.
There's a whole. What the fuck? It's a whole one more than Mario Galaxy. So
Yeah, it's the sequel. I'm sure they Tears of the Kingdom it big time.
So you're trusting that they would Tears of the Kingdom in.
Nintendo would never do me like that. Yeah.
Okay. It's like the opposite of my tier list, where you're like, it sounds great.
I liked Galaxy. I'm sure the second one's better.
I'm sure
They wouldn't have made a second one
Now
if
I'm
they
putting
didn't
it
have
at
more
the
ideas.
bottom of S tier. Is that okay?
Well, what's above it?
Mario 3 and Mario Yoshi's Island.
Oh, well, I can't put it above games I haven't played it, so.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, now we can plow through some of these new games. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, everybody's favorite. You can play with friends.
D.
You can pick them up.
D.
Throw them.
D for 2D.
Okay.
Well, the throwing thing was fun, actually.
Playing with a friend was kind of fun.
No, it wasn't. They got in my way. I was always thrown.
Almost broke up with my girlfriend at the time because of this game.
I was.
She couldn't keep up.
What about in the game?
Holy shit.
Hey.
I actually like the throwing thing, but I hate that I was always accidentally thrown when I was trying to play. So keep it in D.
Or they jump on your head while you're above like a pit.
Put
But
it in
that
F.
was kind of fun.
Put it in
kind of
F.
fun doing that. That whole mechanic is changing what Super Mario Wonder is. This whole thing is why in Super Mario Wonder you can only play with like ghosts.
Good.
Well, not if you're in person.
Yeah, whatever.
Are we gonna play the game in person?
No. You want this in F?
No, I'll put it in D.
All right.
2D.
So you got Lost Levels and the original New Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, I don't just all of these. Just keep putting them further and further back. They get worse and worse.
They do get worse.
The
New
more
Super
and more
Mario
they make.
Brothers. Let's do
3D Lands next.
3D Land. It's the 3DS one.
Oh, 3DS one.
Yeah. So it was okay.
That was the 2.5D, I guess.
It was isometric, kind of.
Yeah.
I might be wild in this. I played 3D Land and 3D World. I played 3D World because I actually loved 3D Land.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I got to get me a slice of that World because everyone was saying World was better. And then I liked World, but I didn't like it as much as Land. I don't know. Something about,
Okay.
I don't know, 3DS. I don't know, I had a good time. So Land, I'm trying to decide if I want to do an A and an S or a B and an A.
What did you like about Land so much?
The 3D.
Wow. Like the 3D of the 3DS?
I just remember actually having a good time playing through the levels. Everything felt really creative. Every level felt different to the last level, but it all flowed together in a way that just kept me playing through the whole thing. Sometimes I was in the sky, sometimes I was on the ground. It was actually the best 3D I experienced on a 3DS. Like not even like jokes aside.
No, I believe that.
There were some really cool parts where like you would do a jump and it would like come up towards the screen. I was like, whoa. So
I remember I never liked playing the game, like the 3DS in 3D. And there was like one particular mini game where you had to do something in the game and it was kind of hard to get the depth of field. So I turned on the slider and it was super easy all of a sudden.
I think it was the only game that I had the 3D on for the entire game and didn't regret it. And for that, I'm going to give it an A.
All right. So do we want that above? We got Super Mario, the original Super Mario Bros. Galaxy and Super Mario Bros. 2 American.
It's above Super Mario 2. It's above Galaxy.
Okay.
I like it more than Galaxy.
That's crazy. It's good. I liked it. So while we're here, why don't you just play Super Mario 3D World?
Yeah, I really like that game. And I think the only bad thing I heard is from you. I think you don't like it very much.
I thought it was all right. I think it was because I was also a little burnt out. It felt pretty similar to.
Yeah, I remember you said it felt similar, and I didn't say anything because like you're the Mario guy, but it felt pretty different to me than other 2D Marios. It felt like
it's 3D.
Well, it's a kind of like a high. Well, I guess
No.
it's not. No,
It's like 3D
Well,
Land, but it is a world.
It is
now.
kind of like a hybrid.
Nintendo calls it a hybrid.
It's not 2D, but it is not a full 3D Mario game. It's in between.
It's
That's why I said 2.5D.
Yeah,
It's not
I agree with that.
2.5D. It's
Strict linear areas, kind of
Yes.
like a 2D game. You can just go
Sure.
back further in or like towards the screen at certain times.
no.
You can move. Forward.
It's fully 3D. It's laid out like a 2D Mario game where you enter there's like
At
strict
least
levels
half
and
the
it's very
game
linear.
is literally going left to right in an open plane where you can go any way you want, back and forth.
no,
but
you're kind of going in.
It's all in.
You're going
Ah,
forward.
it's in.
it's not. The whole game you're going towards the screen like a
Kind of.
shoot 'em up.
Kind of. Like a lot. Like I would say a majority of it is like that.
You're like looking down the entire game the whole time, like a barrel.
Almost.
No, I disagree.
No, that's not the
I'm with
memory
you
I have
here.
at all.
I think you mean like.
I
depth.
think most of the game is you're going left to right. It's just in a 3D open plane where you'll have some stuff over here, some stuff down here, and you can kind of go
you don't
different
get-
ways around it. You can get into a pipe
You mean-
and go zippy up, but it's always
You mean
moving.
start to finish. Like there's a start, finish, and
I don't know how I'm not explaining this correctly.
linear.
You have 2D
It's linear.
Mario
It's
games.
linear.
You have 2D Mario games, hardcore, where you're literally just looking like this and it's going left to right. Then you have 3D Mario games where they're open and it's like an adventure and
Yeah.
you can go anywhere you want. It's like whole areas and worlds and levels.
Yeah.
This is kind of like in between where there is a linear path you have
Right.
to follow. And for most of it, it's very going left to right.
That's
but
where you're losing me.
It'll go up sometimes, it'll go around, it'll go through, but there's a lot of literally going left to right and then getting a flag at the end and doing the Mario thing.
Okay, at the end, there's a lot of moving right. At the end of most levels, you are the flagpole is on the right.
I'm glad we got somewhere on that. I felt like I was going inside. I actually
it is-
love this game. I
it
think I
is
played it
linear.
through twice.
It is linear, and you know what it is? You can't control the camera. The camera's just on its own.
It's a hybrid of 2D and 3D.
I struggle to call it that because you do go every which way, just wherever the camera takes you.
But you don't, and there's no backtracking. You never have to go back. It's only ever in one direction.
Yeah, there's very limited backtracking.
There's no backtracking.
That's linear.
Yeah, it's just linear.
That's
It's linear.
That word. The word you're trying to use is linear.
It's linear and it's laid out like
it lays you
the
it's-
2D games
You have
are.
a start, and you have a finish, and you have to get to the finish.
Yeah, but you can have linear games that are like big third-person over-the-shoulder action games that guide you through corridors and stuff. Doesn't necessarily look like a 2D side-scroller.
But
This
it's,
game
that's the
literally
thing is that it doesn't look like a 2D side scroller.
it does at so many
I think
points.
it does look like a 2D side.
This is a
scroller.
wild conversation to have. I'm going to bring up
It's called
gameplay
3D World.
Yeah,
because it's in 3D.
Yeah.
This is wild to me.
Bros games, those are technically 3D, like in the.
Well, those are
graphics
on a
of it.
2D.
Those are
plane.
2D.
Yeah, but they're.
You know?
I don't care anymore.
I think Nintendo has described this game as a hybrid of 2D and 3D Mario.
I would love to see where they say that.
I would like to see that too, just to prove my point.
All right.
I think that it's structured like the 2D games are, where you have a linear set of levels. But anyway, where do you want to fucking put it?
I'm getting sick of this. Like,
I mean,
I've played the game.
yeah, I'm just gonna skip around a random. I'm just gonna skip
I've
around
played
a
a
random
decent
points.
amount of
I'm just
it.
gonna skip around a random points. All right, going left to right. Okay, that is
That's Captain Toad.
That is Captain Toad. I don't know what happened there.
Oh, it looks like we're going forward there.
Yep, going forward. I did say that at points you go forward.
So did I?
Going left to right.
That's the flagpole.
This is a boss fight. That's a left to right level. I pinned it while I did left to right. Probably gotta go uppies in a bit.
There you go. He's going up.
Going left to right. Every time I skip, it's like there's a lot of variation. I agree, but you can't not say that so much of it are levels where you just go left to right.
I love how complicated this became.
I mean, this is like an isometric angle of the left to right.
Yeah, that's most of the game is that.
This has literally become left to right again right now.
We're left to right again.
There's so much of it.
We're doing a lot of left to right. it looks like.
There's a lot of other stuff that happens, and that's why I love the game, because it's so different. I'm not saying, and I'm not even saying the left to right is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably a bottom tier S game for me.
So I do have a quote from Koichi Hayashida.
Hit me, Koichi.
We felt that there was something missing in the evolution of Mario gaming between Super Mario World and Super Mario 64. That feeling gave us the idea that we could... Sorry, an ad just loaded. Yeah, you saw that, right? This feeling gave us the idea that we could create something interesting by applying 2D Mario rules to the 3D Mario know-how that we had accumulated.
Yeah.
It's
It's structured like a 2D game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Okay, S tier at the back.
Sure.
I actually do think I like it more than Land.
Just for the absence of it on this list, would you also like to consider Bowser's Fury?
Oh, is that not on here?
Yeah, it's not on
No.
here. For some reason.
Oh, that's S tier at the very front.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
my favorite Mario ever. Period. It's like it's cohesive.
Fury specifically.
It's cohesive. The whole game is one giant world, and when you want to go to a new area, and when it comes up with you are now in this area, you're in the whatever area with like how many stars, you just walk there. You don't load there. You don't jump through a dumb painting or a poster like you said. You just literally go there. And I thought that would be that might be the evolution of 3D Mario because
that is technically the newest one.
We haven't had a new 3D Mario since then. That is the best one because it felt the most like a Zelda.
Starfield
It
could
was
learn a lot from that game.
so different, and there wasn't anything that you slid down. There was no mini games.
Slide a little bit.
It was just a whole. It was a lot of like sliding on the dinosaur in the water. It was it was a whole ass 3D Mario world, and it was everything I've ever wanted from Mario. And I hope that they do something like that next.
It is very good. I just want you to know that you are putting this above Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
And it's almost as good as that game, so you should definitely put it just one behind that.
All right. So we'll just have to remember that that's there. Yeah, no, that game was awesome.
Yeah,
It's
it was
just
great.
the newest 3D Super Mario game that we've had, and we can only imagine that that is the evolution
It
of Mario
fixed
games.
every single thing I didn't like about Mario 64.
It fixed a lot of what I wasn't thrilled with Super Mario 3D World.
Well, that's a different thing.
Okay. Yeah.
In my opinion. That's
Yeah,
like a whole different game.
I've created a different thing.
Yeah.
So you'd be okay
That's-
if they made like a standalone style Bowser's Fury type game?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I hope the next Mario, like Mario Odyssey 2, whatever they do next, is in this style.
Yeah.
Because it essentially was Mario Odyssey 2 controls. It was outside of, it wasn't anything like 3D World. It was its own thing, but in like a big open area world where you just walk to the next part of the Mushroom Kingdom, which would be my dream game.
Do you think it was more of like a test for a new
At the
game?
at the time I thought so, and I think Donkey's review actually said the same thing. Like this is the evolution of Mario, and it's them testing it out for future games. And I already thought that before I watched his video. It just felt like an evolution. It felt
like a new game.
fresh. It felt new. There was no load screens in a Mario game. You didn't have to jump through a painting to do a fun thing. You just did a fun thing.
Another thing I liked about it was that Mario didn't have like a quirky gimmick. The gimmick was the world you were in.
Well, I mean,
Well, you did turn into a
there was a giant cat, but to be honest,
happened.
kind of sick.
Yeah.
it was kind
Because
And
it was
then it was Super Saiyan Cat.
Yeah, because it was so different from normal power-ups, and it wasn't like this is how you interact with the world now. It was just who cares about the world? You're having a massive fight on top of the world.
Yeah. It was great.
was good stuff.
Hey, how about we skipped over New Super Mario Brothers U?
Oh. No.
But the multiplayer.
Yeah. Sure.
No, this game sucked.
I didn't-
Use the Wii U
Oh
gamepad
no,
to-
there were different colored Yoshis and they did different things and they were little cute Yoshis. They were like,
By this point in the saga of those games, I wasn't even playing them anymore. So I don't just D it.
whoa,
You,
just-
you don't
hey-
put anything in the F tier. You just want 64 to
people
sit there.
pleaser over here, am I right?
Wait, there's nothing in the F tier?
The only
You
thing
have
that's in
Super
there
Mario
is
64
Mario
in
Oh,
the F tier.
if I find something as bad as that, I'll put something in the F tier.
Holy
I
shit.
love how. Oh, okay. That's so funny.
Super Mario Brothers 2 is the one with all the coins. This was the worst
That's-
gimmick I think that
you know what?
they've ever done.
F
As I'm
tier.
saying it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not even kidding. That's F tier.
Still, is that above Mario 64 though?
Well, that would mean that
Wait,
it's
why are you putting
worse
you?
than
Why are you
Mario
putting
64.
you up there? Talking about Super Mario Bros. 2.
Oh, whoops.
Yep. Put that back.
Oopsies.
Yeah.
Super Mario Brothers 2, is it better or worse than Mario 64?
Like, how could it be worse?
Okay. All right.
I'm confused by the question.
Sorry I even asked.
Well, it's bad.
It has coins.
So what I liked about Super Mario Brothers 2, believe it or not, we can pull some good out of this. The DLC levels were crazy.
Like
They
fun?
were wild. They were hard as fuck, but they were also fun. There were some fun ones. They felt like Mario Maker.
Okay.
Like the wacky stuff they got up to. But you can't get them anymore because they closed the shop. The only way to get it now is to purchase a brand new 3DS that has it packed into it, and that's going to be $1 billion.
Maybe they should make DLC for Mario 64.
Or you should all pirate it. The last game on the list
Last
is
game?
Super Mario Odyssey. Yeah, dude, we're done. Mario Odyssey?
Mario. I'm gonna talk slow. Mario Odyssey. Let me think.
Which one's that again?
My shirt smells like vinegar.
That doesn't
Because
help.
it's
that
one of those
doesn't
printed
help.
on shirts, so it's stinky.
How did you like the matcha ice cream, by the way?
It was good.
It was really good.
I just didn't want to eat it while we were doing this. I was getting all
No.
worked up.
I kind of wanted more, but you were already going at it.
Oh, I could have given you the rest.
No, it's okay.
I mean, there's still some there. I don't
Probably
even know how
soup
melted
by
it is.
now.
It is definitely soup.
I'll drink it.
Yummy.
Spitting it first. I'll give it a.
Yucky.
Mario Odyssey was the most fun I had in a Mario game ever until I'm not even going to say until Bowser's Fury, because Bowser's Fury was really short. I liked what was there,
Yeah.
but you didn't get much to sink your teeth into. It was kind of over in an
That
evening.
man over there was the first person to ever beat the game.
What?
Wait, what?
Bowser's Fury?
Yeah.
I was the first person ever to beat
Wait,
the
how?
game.
What do you mean?
I just got the game immediately. I played it and I sat down and until I 100%ed it, I was the first person to put on a speed
Like
run.
actually?
Yeah, genuinely.
Oh, wow.
I
That's
was
cool.
I was a world record holder for 15 minutes.
Wow. What was your time?
6 hours and 36 minutes.
Wow, that's a great record.
Yeah, the person that beat me did it in 59 minutes.
Okay.
That is very fast. Well, no, yours is very fast. That other one's crazy. But yeah, it took me more longer than that. I played
I was
for
just
like
playing the
8
game.
to 10 hours or something.
Odyssey is a better game than Bowser's Fury just because it's an actual game.
Yeah.
It's like a full game,
Yeah.
with more production value and a lot more fun to be had in all of its nooks, crannies, and crevices. So it's got to be higher than Bowser's Fury. I actually think it's my favorite thing I've played of Mario. And I want to stress that Bowser's Fury is better for what's there, but it's not a whole game.
It's not enough.
It's not enough.
I get that. What'd you think of Cappy?
Yeah, I liked
like
it.
the
I had
whole
no-
thing
Yeah,
with
I
the
had no
game.
problem with Cappy. I've never loved, and I think you're the same, that Mario always has to have some gimmick.
Yeah.
Some like new thing.
That's part of why I loved Mario Bowser's Fury. Because he didn't really have like a thing
I think
that
what
was
I-
like tied to him that you had to use.
which one?
Bowser's Fury.
Oh, right. I think what I really appreciate about Cappy though isn't so much the like taking over an enemy thing, but the fact that it was so seamlessly integrated into the platforming. So you could do some like crazy, wacky like
Yeah.
jumps, throw the hat, jump off the hat, barrel roll. Led to some really cool.
The early game was cool because there were still glitches, and you could do like people were already trying to do stuff where you can go from like the New Donk City from the little start of it, and you instead of going through the rail, you try to just Cappy your way.
Yeah,
That-
people still try to do wacky stuff.
I did the glitch where you're constantly ground pounding, and like we did all those. We had a whole video on like all the.
The balloon challenges for Luigi are nuts because people will do their wacky platforming to put the balloon somewhere insane, and then there's like no way you can get.
I
to
wanted that to be better than it was. Like, like it was really cool when it first came out, and then everybody got crazy with it, and it became.
It's not fun.
People were cheating and stuff.
because there's like one way of getting there, some like crazy hacked way that like I'm not gonna know how to do it.
yeah, it ruined it.
That's the best. I mean, it's right below Yoshi's Island,
Okay.
right below it.
So you also mentioned that, I mean, you really don't like how getting the stars feels like mini games in Mario 64. What's different in Odyssey?
There's no stars.
I was about to say the same thing.
They're they're moons.
Yeah, it's way
but
better.
but it
Also,
really
there are
is-
stars. Excuse you.
At like late game.
Yeah, I know.
But like, if you really think about it, this game is what Mario 64 became. Like,
Then don't
it's-
think about it.
You stop thinking.
But you know what I mean.
No, I know. I'm asking like you're getting you're doing a
difference-
mini game to get an item. Explain the difference.
Because they're not mini games.
well, the difference is
How are they not mini games?
well,
Because-
Let him talk. Let him explain it.
okay, fine. I have one thing to say about it, but yeah.
Because there's these whole giant levels that you visit and you get to explore the whole level seamlessly and just do what you want to do. Sometimes you get a moon by jumping into like a brick wall and becoming old school Mario and getting a couple of coins and doing a haha. Sometimes you have to throw your little hat on a dinosaur and go rah and then run through a bunch of stuff and then get a star that way. It's all unique and different and fun, but it all happens in the same adventure as opposed to, well, I got to jump through that painting again because Now I got to slide down a different direction to get a different penguin and then get another star and then get spat out of the painting because I picked up a star and then I have to go back in again.
So it sounds like in Mario 64,
it's more cohesive.
Yes, you have to in Mario 64 you have to pick which star you want, and you can only get.
Ugh.
Sometimes you can vary it, but for the most part, you're picking the mission you need to do, and then and then you get the star, and then you get spat out, and you got to jump back in.
And it's also just disjointed and like, where am I even going? But in Odyssey, you have like levels. It's like a desert level and everything's desert themed. And then you have like a grass level and an ocean level, beach
and you can
level.
Discover the stars for yourself.
Mario's toes.
And you can bounce from star to star.
Yeah. And you can just get them all in whatever order you want, whenever you want. It's like freedom. It's more freedom.
What if I set up for you a version of Mario 64 that fixed some of those issues for you?
It would have to have better controls.
It would have a better camera.
It'd
be 4K 60. Is that okay with you?
I recently got pretty good with those controls while we were playing Mario Only Up.
Where's Mario Only Up go in this list?
It sucks. It sucks. I'm happy that I was good at it, but it sucks.
You did very good for somebody who hates Mario 64.
I technically did a little better than you.
You did, and I'm mad about that.
Just a little better.
I was not paying attention. You like, I was just
in the
there.
last like 2 seconds actually.
I do think that Odyssey is the pure evolution of 64.
Yeah, it made it nice.
Well, yeah, but in the same way that
it.
Tears of the Kingdom is the pure evolution of Ocarina of Time, but you would never go back and play Ocarina of Time. You call it a trashy baby game.
No, maybe they could fix some of the stuff in a nice, neat little PC port.
I don't think that. I think Breath of the Wild is the pure evolution of the original Zelda game.
I agree with that too. I think it's a mix of both, but I agree with that.
Yeah. Whatever.
I mean, Ocarina would have been Breath of the Wild if it wasn't on the 64.
True.
What if there was an Ocarina port that had building in it?
What, like Fortnite?
No, like in Tears of the Kingdom, I'm going blind.
I think Ocarina is perfect the way it is. You can mess with Majora's Mask if you want to. You can do what ifs for that game, but Ocarina, I don't think that there's nothing to change.
That is incorrect.
It's not.
Do you want me to go through this list, or you just want to put it on screen?
Let's go through the list. Let's remind us where things are.
I'd like to see what I did.
Okay, well, I have to explain some things to you. Just an S tier, really. So in S tier, the first game is Yoshi's Island.
Okay.
Which arguably is not a Mario game, but whatever.
It's a good one, though.
The second one is not shown. It is Bowser's Fury.
Okay.
And then you have... no, you said Odyssey's better. Okay, sorry. Let's start over. Yoshi's Island, Odyssey, Bowser's Fury. Super Mario Bros. 3, Galaxy 2, and Super Mario 3D
All of those
World.
seem right to me.
That's S tier.
And very good.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Terrible.
I don't think there's anything else you would put in an S.
64.
Yeah, probably 64.
No, that's an F.
Yeah, that's the problem. In A tier, you have Super Mario Bros. The original, which I might put as number 1 if it was my list, but this is your list.
As S tier, number 1.
Yeah. And then you have 3D Land, Galaxy 1, and the American Super Mario Bros. 2.
That all seems very good to me.
That's also not terrible. I would probably put Super Mario Bros. 2 a little lower, but that's fine. B, you have Super Mario World, which I think is going to be highly egregious to a lot of people.
Yeah,
people don't even know what that game looks like.
You don't know what that game looks like.
That's the only thing you have in B tier. In C tier, you have Super Mario Sunshine. You have and the 2 Game Boy games, Yoshi,
Mario
Land and Mario Land 2.
Okay.
And that's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's
I'm
a good place.
Feeling like Sunshine should probably be in B, but I don't know if I'm allowed any.
Yeah, of course you
just
are.
looking at it,
bro.
Just looking at it now, it doesn't look right in C. I think it should be in B.
Okay.
Why did I put it in C?
I don't.
Because it was by the sea.
Maybe we convinced you.
Oh, leave it in C. That's why.
God, that can't be the reason why. That can't be the reason why. He fucking came up with that just now.
No, I said that. Yeah.
I hate you.
It was sweet.
In D tier, we have Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. Which is the Japanese Super Mario 2. We have New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, and New Super Mario Brothers U.
Right where they belong, baby.
And then F, we have New Super Mario Brothers 2.
Yeah, that's
with
the
all
one.
Coins.
Hate that guy.
And we have Super Mario 64 as the worst Mario game of all time.
I agree with that.
That one's Yeah.
I kind of wish we did
I
a
hate
full
that.
Mario tier list with like the Mario typing game.
There's just
my-
too many.
That's
just too many.
Yeah, I also haven't
games.
played any of
It
those.
would be funny though.
Yeah.
The things that make me the most mad is Super Mario World and Super Mario 64, but it's not my list.
Really? Well, that's not too bad. I did pretty good then. And you can be wrong about things.
Judging
I mean,
by your list.
I would do this completely differently, but for the most part, I think it's reasonable.
Okay.
Judging
We'll
by
see
your
what
list,
they think.
Judging by your list, where do you think you're going to put Wonder?
That's a good question.
Because it is a 2D game. It is a new 2D game.
I think Wonder has A or S potential. Looking at it,
It is side scrolling, so I don't know how much
But it's not
how much you
Mario.
like.
but
that.
it's different. Like, look at the side scrollers that are in A and S. There's like 3 in there.
yeah.
That's almost half of them.
Okay. All right.
I think it has potential.
You haven't liked the side scroller in a long time.
No, because they've all been the same thing. This is different.
That's true.
It's different.
But-
There's not one side scroller in anything under A or S on my list that's different to the original ones, other than probably the B. But we won't talk about him.
It's so funny.
Okay.
I feel good about it.
I'm glad you feel good about it. I'm sure the comments will also feel great about it.
The comments, even if I liked Mario 64, would still probably be mad at me. So
For something. It's a tier
people
list.
get mad at you for any kind of tier
It's a
list.
tier list.
Also, there are plenty of people that play a lot of games and have experienced a lot of really fun things in their life and experience joy and know about Mario 64 too.
I've never smiled before.
I know. So Mario 64 is great for you.
Wow.
And you know I haven't played my Switch in like 9 months.
Let's talk about that.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you.
That's it. Sorry it wasn't as good as Bob's.
Can't beat this guy. Check it out. How you guys doing?
Like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Patreon maybe. Bye.